Okay. Another game. We'll have a better game, better game, better game. Let's go. Hey, Doubles. Hope you're doing well. I remember some PBE champs could damage Little Legends. Yep. Yep. Do you feel like Draven has been overprinted? Yes. I do feel that way. Stage 3 egg. Man, I want to get the big egg on stream. We have not hit the biggest egg yet. We have not hit the biggest egg. I want to hit the biggest egg. This isn't the smallest egg, though. Locket. Ugh. Mutant, by the way, is Voracious Appetite. First time caller, Tear is the only item that provides a temporary buff since many characters cast more than once. Is there a reason that it doesn't have any lasting effects like all the other components? No, it's just a unique item, and so the other one to consider was mana regen, but we ended up liking the flat mana more. It felt sharper. And getting to cast earlier felt like a fun fantasy. That is 4 pairs. 4 pairs. And it's one of these games. These are not the prismatics you were looking for. I'm thinking meditation, but these suck. These are not good. Meditation. What's a cool thing we can do with meditation? That's the million-dollar question. Who do I not care? Who do I not care about getting mana regen? It might be Singed. 10 mana regen is just so much. It might be Singed. Alright, let me think this through. If we went to the endgame state where we got a bunch of AP and we just made a bunch of lockets and Zeeks, could that work? Lockets and Zeeks. What do we do? Yeah, Enchanters is a really interesting option here. Enchanters is a very fascinating option here. It's so much mana. 10 mana per second. Somebody that needs a lot of mana. Like, this is like Zyra would be good. Syndra would be good. Scholar. Just go full Scholar. Full Scholar Enchanter? Full Scholar Enchanter, maybe. Let's get creative. I haven't thought I'm too much in the set 7 headspace. What are some games from outside of Riot you've taken inspiration from in dev and products? Also, I just high rolled the hell out of this. Okay. What are some games I've taken some... I mean, a lot of games. A lot of roguelikes. Slay the Spire, Binding of Isaac. You know, the classic, Super Metroid, all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know. There's so many games I've played, it's hard to say. Final Fantasy Tactics, Disgaea. So... Seraphine's definitely a good person to get this buff. Whew. Stage 2-3 Seraphine on an Innovator start. Yeah, that was pretty good. So what am I missing? Just Zillion? Am I literally just missing Zillion right now? Wow. Okay, anything that makes one of those items. So we're looking at Zeke's, Trapclaw, Cone. Zeke's Trapclaw Cone items. Zeke's Trapclaw Cone items. Okay. Belt it is. Belt goes on Darius. Okay. And if we find a Zillion, then we sell this, put those in, and be good to go. You play Repentance? Yes, I did. I played a lot of Repentance. It was fun. Let's see here. Hey, Mort, I'm curious how you as a dev would think about a new augment which would read, gain 3 spatulas, you can no longer craft Tactician's Crown. Too niche to use? I don't think it'd be too niche, but so the way you'd have to look at it as, what's its potential power ceiling? And so, for example, a really good example with this set would be, that's basically 3 free Arcanist spats, which is like, you know, a ton of AP for your team and your champions. And so in that regard, it probably ends up like very high gold, very low prismatic. And so now if you're thinking about it as a prismatic, you're like, okay, how do I compare it to everything else? And it's like, well, it's worse than the 2 Arcanist Crown, but it has less of a cap. And so again, like those are the things you're thinking through, trying to balance it. And so my guess is that that augment's a little worse than a standard prismatic with a higher ceiling. So you might need to throw something on top of it, like 3 spatulas and a random item component, and that might be a prismatic. That was my quick thought pattern. Very quick. Are we getting any Dragonland spoilers soon? Soon. Soon-ish. Not today. Anyone else happen to get 2 Tactician's Crowns from a dragon? Yep. It's a 1 in 200 chance. Alright, this meditation is actually... I've never really played with Meditation 3, but this is so much mana regen. Reforger for random spats. Yeah, if you gave them like 3 Reforgers as a way to like ensure that they got their emblems, maybe. But then what that sounds like is like, compare it to Arcanist Crown. It's... Sometimes you get way worse than Arcanist Crown, sometimes you get way better than Arcanist Crown. Which is kind of weird. Isn't Kaisa mad with mana? Kaisa would be good. Zeri, like, a lot of good mana users, but... A few weeks ago, someone suggested the Infinite Magnetic Remover Silver Augment and said you liked it. Have you brought that up with the team? No. We're really, really busy getting set 7 in place, so we don't have a ton of time to do wild stuff. That's a chalice. That's a chalice. Can't complain about that. I can complain about the lack of zillions, though. That's 2 chalices. Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, that got good. We are very, very, very strong right now. Scrap value, I don't want to put items on people. I don't really want to put items on people right now. Meditation 2 and Meditation 1 missing. That would be hilarious. That would be a YouTuber. Okay, I can cut this from the team for literally anything. I need a zillion. Blitzcranks are obviously going to make this pretty hard for me, but it is what it is. No Blitzcrank here. Is there a reason we don't have an option to play against bot like other battler to learn the game? So, agree 100%. I actually think this is one of the top things we should be working on after sets, is a new way to play, like you said, against bots. And more particularly, the one I think we really need is against bots with no timer. That would be the thing I would do so that you could learn against them. So I agree with you. Gojian, appreciate the 4 months. Any reason you prefer playing normal over ranked? Well, PBE doesn't have ranked. So that would be step one. So then your question is, why are you playing PBE instead of whatever you're going to say? This is rough. Do I just take Ascension here? I think I just take Ascension here. It's never Ascension. Ascension is pretty bad. Screw it. I'm taking it. I feel like Mort is oblivious to all TFT content that's mobile related. Definitely not oblivious. I admit I don't play mobile that often, but definitely not oblivious. Not sure why you'd use that word. Well, this guy FF'd. So. Had any good 3 Colossus games yet? Yes. 3 Colossus, I did that yesterday. It went very, very well. I think 3 Colossus Galio is actually, like, ridiculously busted. I think you can play it both the Galio and Alistar version as well, but I think it's really good. Can we please get an iPad version, please? Not anytime soon, to be real honest with you. It's going to take a lot of time. I still haven't seen a zillion, by the way. We're looking at Zeke's, maybe? Still haven't seen a zillion. Well, looks like it's Zeke's. Looks like it's not Zeke's. I'll take this. More cone? I mean, eventually. Thank you. Okay, cool. If augments are staying for set 7, are they going to be redesigned to match the dragon theme? Aesthetically, this gadget-like design doesn't match Dragonlands. True. I agree with your statement. However, I can't spoil whether that's the case. But I agree with you that it would look very, very odd. So you're not wrong. Oh, there's the Ascension. Alright, so if we somehow miracle a Jace, obviously we're wickedly strong. Until then, Orianna would be nice. It seems there's a lot of things you'd like to do but don't have the time. Does the TFT team not expand? I mean, even if we expand, again, it still... Things take time. Things don't come for free. So there's still a lot of work that goes into it. But... I guess this is better traits. It's a little weaker, though. If we could get Orianna, I'd make that trade. If we could get Orianna, I would make that trade, but at this point, I don't think we make it here. Mort, I know you won't throw any spoilers, but with a dragon set, it's logic to have some Dragon Slayers back, right? I mean, again, no spoilers, but your logic seems reasonable. It's like, again, there's no spoilers, but like, which champions do you think are in Dragonlands? Like, there's at least a few you can probably guess if you have like 5 brain cells. Damn, I only have 3? Sorry. You're screwed! Mort is calling you stupid if you don't realize dragons will be in Dragonlands. I mean, I didn't use those exact words. Spatula? Double rod? I don't need those. Sick. Okay, what do I actually do with these, though? Challenger, Arcanist, Striker, Arcanist, Chemtech. I should probably just reforge the bow. Okay, that's not good. I can make a Zeke's. So we're basically looking for locket parts at this point. Yeah, we're basically looking for locket parts. Chalice Orianna? That would mean Seraphine wouldn't get the locket. Doesn't seem worth it to me. Now, if anything, I should buy an Ezreal. If I see another Ezreal, I should buy an Ezreal remake, have Orianna be the center, and Ezreal becomes the middle. Yeah. That would be the better play. Because we're trying to get a Mr. 100, I'm going to keep rolling a little bit and try to pressure this really hard. Nope. That was a waste. I should have 9'd. Oh well, didn't hit. I'm going to stop rolling, though, for sure. Which TFT champion would you be able to take in a fist fight? Yuumi. Will someone with even number of toes be in Dragonland? Yes. Is Shyvana in the new set? No spoilers on the new set. New Chonk win? New Chonk does make a ton of sense, so hopefully soon. What are your long-term thoughts on Colossus and Colossus-like units? Units that are so big and powerful they take up 2 army slots is a cool fantasy, but I feel like Colossus in 6.5 was either OP or underpowered in fear of an OP comp. I think the CC immunity was the big mistake there. I think if a damage dealer becomes CC immune, it has no weakness, and so I think CC immunity was the big mistake. So, let's do this song. Cool. Locket upgrade. No more rolling, though. And I'm going to sell the Aurelia, because the Aurelia is not part of our endgame comp anyway. We can get our econ back up. Maybe 50% reduced CC duration would have been fine. I think, to be honest, I think... The only CC in the game that I think was problematic with Colossus was Syndra. Because I think Syndra lifting up like a 3-star Cho'Gath and throwing him feels weird. But otherwise, I think other CCs might have been okay. I guess Singe, too. Like, to me, a Zyra locking down a Colossus seems fine. But... God, this mana regeneration is insane. Whew. Hey Mort, big fan here. Any chance we'll get champs like Xerath, Bard, Asol from set 3.5 back? Again, right now we're really focused on bringing new experiences, not reprinting old ones. So, I mean, if we can get that, I'll be so happy. If we get that, it's a first, like, by far. There's a good chance. No one really likes spats in the late game. And nope. Got taken. There's no locket parts. This is rough. And yes, I know that makes Echo too. It is what it is. Because chances are Echo might have to be who we itemize. So it's really a shame that person took the spatula. Alright, well. What are you going to do when they take a spatula for a dead unit? But not much you can do, and that's how they're going to play. That is 2 socialite spats. Orianna, you got me? Zillion? Too good. I don't know, this meditation's working off really well. Would you ever think of bringing back Season 3 mercenaries with buyable upgrades? Probably not. That did not work out well. It ended up we had these 5 costs that were really, really bad unless you invested a bunch of gold into them, and then they were really, really OP. So, not to mention the true damage upgrade was a little gross. I think it's just Celestial Blessing, which sucks. It's not Broken Stopwatch. We're not, like, just for Orianna, it's not that. Yeah, it's just Celestial Blessing. Boring. Boring, boring, boring. What score would you give the Riot office bathrooms out of 10? It's 9.8. They're really nice. Any chance we get a unit like Kayn again, where you pick transformation? Probably. I mean, Jace is kind of like that, just a little less exciting. Stopwatch Meditation Jhin? Nah. Unitemized Jhin? I just don't think it's worth. Celestial helps with Ascension? True. I don't know, I like their bathrooms. I like the music they play in those bathrooms. Makes me laugh. They play hilarious songs in there a lot. Okay, Assassins is a bit of a rush matchup for us. Thankfully, we have Locket. Zillion carry. Orianna got pulled. Good Orianna ult, though. I think we're okay. Although, Kha'Zix is still alive. There's the Ascension proc. Uh-oh. Nope. We got beat by Kha'Zix. No Mr. 100. All because this person needed a Braum with a spatula. Good toilet paper? Yep. Am I ever playing these? Why am I buying these? I'm not playing these. It's level up, find Jace, and that's our comp. And then this is Jinx. Is it a difficulty thing to accept that nothing you do in game will be liked by everyone? Yes, it is a difficult thing to accept that. It's very hard. What's especially hard is that you really want to please a lot of these like influencers, and that no matter what you do, nothing's good enough for them. So yeah, it is hard. That's a Zeri 3. That's going to hurt my team pretty bad. Nice Braum spatula. Glad you needed that. Is there a reason once you get to a rank you're unable to demote? Yeah, so you're willing to play more games and keep playing and have fun and trying to climb. And so you don't feel stressed out and feel like you have to quit playing. You can gain mana and stopwatch, so wouldn't that be nuts? You can get out of stopwatch and have your whole board cast. True. I didn't realize that. That's true. That would have made sense. That would have been good. That might have been better than Celestial Blessing. Why not give items to Seraphine? I mean, I'm not worried. We're in a good spot. We're going to get plenty of gold. A whole lot of chatting going on here? Yeah. I'm a product manager in Amazon and considering switching into gaming industry. Are you happy with Riot's culture, and what do you think of PM positions in Riot? Ooh, that's a complicated question. Okay, so this is my honest answer. If Riot doesn't like it, tough. What do I think of Riot's culture? I think per team is actually really, really good. I think, like, for example, TFT team is very good culture. I think the League team is culture. I think independently, they're quite good. I think Riot as a whole, it's a little weird. But, I mean, when you have a 3,000-person company, it's not ideal. Like, there's, you know, the CEOs have different priorities than the teams do. And so that can make things a little stressful. I sometimes feel like some of their presentations are a little culty. That's not really for me. But if you're young, that's really cool. As far as product managers go, though, I think it's a pretty good division. There's a lot of potential. Every company out there is like... I tell this story a lot to the people who work there. Every company has like a department that is kind of the lead. For example, Nintendo is a designer-centric company. Their designers kind of design a lot of their products and take control. Microsoft is much more engineering-focused. Their engineers decide their projects. Bungie is much more art-focused. Their artist decides the projects. And the reason I bring that up is because Riot is very product manager-focused. So if you want to be a product manager, it's a very good company to be at for your career. You can end up leading and having a lot of impact on a lot of projects. If I really want to win this game, I should hold off and not level yet. If I really, really, really want to win this game. I want to remake this, but either way, the Zeeks is going to end up in a weird spot, so... But overall, the thing is, no matter what I just said there, positive or negative, I'm just trying to be honest with you. The really true thing, though, is I do really like Riot, and I don't think there's any other company that compensates remotely as fairly or has as much cool stuff that you get to work on. So, and that's the honest truth. We'll get close. One more, 6-1, go all in, find the Jace. We need the Jace, the Jinx. Potentially, I think these items actually would be better on Jace. So it's like we almost need to remake Ezreal and Echo, Jinx and Jace. Jace, Ezreal, Jinx, Echo. Which product lead for TFT has the best beard? There's so many to choose from. That's funny. Can't wait for the day there's a riot at Riot. The irony will never be lost on such a sweet event. I mean, I guess I'm gonna laugh at that. Oh, hey, Jace. Didn't have to look far. Alright, so what are we up against here? We're up against Spatula Braum, who's definitely trying to target us with his positioning. And then we're up against the mutants, and that's it. But now we have the dragon. Does Riot encourage you guys to stream? Nope. Nope. Like I said, my stream is not Riot supported in any way. In fact, if anything, I'd bet some days that causes more of a headache for them. So... I mean, it feels like we're a lot stronger now, so... Feels like we are a lot stronger. Do I remake that? That's the million-dollar question. I think the answer is no. Ah, should have moved that quicker. Should have moved that quicker. Orianna got me. Not quite. Okay, with better positioning, I can win this fight. With better positioning, I can win that fight. Okay, it's just them left. Yes, this is in the wrong spot. It's fine. Jinx, you got me? Jinx, you got me? Ascension? Ascension Jinx? Good. Okay. These fights are close. Let's see here. Yeah, it's probably still worth taking. It's still a Jace too. so we want the dragon here, this here. Let's try that. Please, Mort, just one more teaser on the new set. That's all I ask. Nope. All right, Seraphine got grabbed, which isn't great, but Jinx is coming down. There we go. There's some damage. Ascension kicks in. Ascension Jinx. Ascension Jinx wins these. Yep. Good. One more. Who do we want Blitz to grab? We want Blitz to grab my Blitz, probably. Probably that. His Blitz grabs my Blitz. Decent Zephyrs. Orianna doesn't get hit. Should be okay. Should win this. Jinx will carry me as soon as she casts. Yep. Boom. And... uh-oh. Nope. Wait. And we're good. Okay. Sweet. It's a first. We did it. GG.